Respected Director Shri Dr. B.N. Bandela sir, Assistant Director Dr. Rafe sir, Course Coordinator Dr. Ratnadeep Deshmukh sir, and my dear colleagues. Today I am very happy to be with I'm very happy to give the seminar on artificial intelligence and e-learning for the refresher course from 12th October to 24th October. So, artificial intelligence AI is the basis for mimicking human intelligence processes through the creation and application of algorithms built into dynamic computing environment. It's stated simply as trying to make computers think and act like a humans. Achieving and requires three keys of components, that is computational system, data and management, and advanced algorithm course. So the more human like the desired outcome, the more data and processing power is required. So this how artificial intelligence originate. What is the origin of artificial intelligence? So at least since the first century, humans have been intrigued by the possibility of creating machines that mimic the human brain. In modern times, the term artificial intelligence was coined in 1955 by John McCarthy, and in 1956, John McCarthy and others organized a conference on Datamouth Summer Research Project on Artificial Intelligence. The beginning led to the creation of machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence. This is the beginning led to the creation and how to prospective analytics. It also gave rise to whole new field of study and data science. Why artificial intelligence is important? Today, the amount of data that is generated by the both humans and machines far outspaces humans' ability to absorb, interpret, and make complex decisions based on that data. Artificial intelligence forms the basis for all computer learning. It is the future of complex decision making. As an example, most humans can figure out how to lose at tic-tac-toe, that is notes and process even through there are 2,55,168 unique moves, of which 46,080 end in draw. So, the 21st century is an era of artificial intelligence. Everything can be stimulated by using artificial intelligence techniques without human intervention. Artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like humans and mimic their actions. The term may also be applied to any machine that exhibits traits associated with human mind such as learning and problem solving. Next, so these are the real examples of AI. So all of you knows that is Google Map is one of the example of artificial intelligence, and Google Assistant Alexa is also the example of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence can also be used in fraud detection, like the financial services industry uses artificial intelligence in two ways, that is initial scoring of applications for credit uses and to understand the creditworthiness. More advanced artificial engines are employed to monitor and detect fraudulent payment, card transactions in real time, etc. It is also used in virtual customer assistance, that is VCA. So, call centers use VCA to predict and respond to customer inquiries inside of human interaction. Voice recognition coupled with simulated human dialogue. It is the first point of interaction in a customer service inquiry, higher level uniqueness, and are redirected to human. So next point is e-learning. So why e-learning is important? So e-learning is E-learning is the employment of electronic technologies to access educational courses outside traditional classrooms. uh, it refers to a course program or degree delivered totally online. E learning is an approach to teaching and learning representing all or part of educational model applied that is based on the use of electronic media and devices as a tools for improving access to training, communication and interaction, and that facilitates the adoption of new ways of understanding and developing learning. It is also cost effective as compared to traditional forms of learning. The reason for this price reduction is because of learning through this is a mode happens quickly and easily. A lot of training time is reduced with the respect trainers, travel, course materials, and accommodation. So why e-learning is important? So e-learning will contribute a wide range of objectives content such as achieving higher levels of skills for the labor market, targeting relevant learning to lower skilled adults, improving integration of existing forms of outreach, and motivating adults to develop a new skills. So e-learning is a particularly important because people are finding that it can make a significant differences in so many areas. Example to how quickly they master a skill, how easily it is to study, and of course how much they enjoy in learning. It has the capacity to contribute for learning to raising standards, improving quality, removing barriers to learning, and participation in learning, preparing for the employment, skilling in the workplace, and ultimately ensuring that every learner with achieving their fulfill potential. So, characteristics of e-learning. So, access this feature. First is access this feature describe how student access the content of the course module or program. So student can access the material in both ways, that is online and offline. So what is online access? So learner access the content via internet. This means that the students can learn using their computers, laptops, phones, or any other device that can be connected to the internet. Online features makes it easier for students to learn anytime and anywhere. Offline characteristics is known as learner access the content via CDs, DVDs, and USBs or any other external device. This limits the students to use computers and laptops to access the information. However, it restricts the learners from using internet and interrupt studying. Next. So student count. So this is the characteristic describes whether student can interact among themselves or not. So in student can interact in the individual way and group ways also. So what do you mean by individual interaction? So learner do not relate with each other. Each student only interacts with the course instructor and does all of the work on an individual basis. This can help the student move at his her own pace. However, this will limit peer knowledge sharing process that can help student learn faster. So second method or second characteristic is group. Students can interact with each other via emails, discussion boards, forums, and chat rooms, among other means also. This encourages peer knowledge sharing between students. However, it might discourage some students when they feel that the course model or program pace does not match their own. So the third characteristics is this characteristics describes the timing of when students can access the content. So student can access the content in both ways, that is synchronous and asynchronous ways. So what do you mean by synchronous ways? That is involves the online studying and teaching in the same time. So content is delivered at the same time to the students in the classrooms. This style mimics a real life class that is being held on virtual platform. However, they might become constrained, especially if the student are geographically dispersed around the world, as this would cause some students to attend class late or in the early hours of the day. Asynchronous characteristics of e-learning is that content is available and it is to be accessed at any time by the student. So forums and discussion boards are offered to the students to interact with instructor in any time. This overcomes the difficulty of having learned to inconvenient times of the day, since it allows the students learners to learn at a time that suits them best. So the next characteristics is fourth characteristic is content format. So this describes the content format. So content format can be given in the two ways, that is static and dynamic. So what is static content? So the format is the name and the content remains the same throughout the course, module or program. This type ensures consistency and easily maintained. So however, this might isolate some students, learners, as it might not serve their needs. Dynamic is the format changes and adapts based on students' behavior or knowledge. So e-learning is the student learning center based, also referred to as learner centered education, is a modern learning method which aims to put the students in the center of focus rather than the teachers. The reason why I listed it as an advantage of e-learning is that student-centered learning goes hand in hand with e-learning, and online learning is a fundamentally student-centered due to easy implementation of the student. So, in fact, many of the students largely revolve around the idea of student centeredness. Both collaborative e learning and synchronous online learning promote students to student interaction. Being able to plan and design fully student centered online learning environment is one of the greatest advantages that e learning has. The value of the student centeredness must not be understood. So e-learning is also cost effective. So importance of e-learning is the use of electronic devices and interpret technologies is increasing with time. E-learning makes a lot of possible, especially for learners to learn anytime anywhere in their own. It also accommodates everyone's need. It gives unlimited repetitions of lectures that student can understand easily. It gives the updated content, that is the prime benefit of e-learning is which conventional learning can never beat it. It ensures synchronization of the content with modern learners. This enables students to access updated content with state if the art, knowledge, and most recent researches. Quick delivery cycles. It is important importance of e-learning. E-learning is an ideal way of learning. So it provides or it gives the instant delivery of lessons to the learner compared to the conventional teaching method of classrooms. Online learning has a quick delivery mode, hence, the required for the learning can be reduced to 30 to 60% with online learning. So, moreover, is online learning lessons started quickly and wrapped up in a single or certain number of sessions. So, this makes the whole course or training program easily roll out within few days or few weeks, and students can utilize as per their own speed of learning instead of following the pace of whole batch. It also saves time and energy, that is online learning saves a lot of time and energy as the student don't need to travel to the college, university or training venue. They can learn from the comfort of their homes, and it is also scalable and consistent. It is cost effective and it is also smart learning. It also gives eco-friendly learning, as online learning is a paperless way. It serves as a protective form of learning to the environment. E-learning courses are proven to consume less power, saving up 90% energy, and generate a less amount of carbon dioxide emission up to 85%. when compared to the conventional learning systems. Hence, there is no need to cut trees to make papers with e-learning, as it is an eco-friendly way of learning. Thank you very much.